Hello, hope you are well. Here we are on a bonus Friday stream. There's a few things going on. And I saw something this morning that really bugged me. The Guardian newspaper from the UK, and I think the Guardian US. We will be naming both of the names that are on the article. It's absolutely crazy. It's like the Guardian is actually trying to smear the name of Charlie Kirk with their report. It's disgraceful. The woman looks to be like, it might be a Muslim. The bloke, I don't know, white gentleman in America. But these reporters have lost the plot. So, like, once I've done this, I'll never be clicking on anything to do with The Guardian in any shape or form ever again. This report is disgraceful. So as we know, we'll see what's going on with Charlie Kirk. We've got The Guardian actually calling him all sorts of names. It is disgraceful, absolutely disgusting. I'm all up, they got a report on this and that and whatever, but some of the words they've been using, saying he's a bigot, he's racist, he's stereotyping. You're like, what are you on about? They're literally smearing his name deliberately. I don't know what the Guardian is trying to achieve from it, but believe you me, I'll never, after going through this with you now, ever be clicking on anything that comes up with the Guardian. I'm just not interested in it. It's disgraceful. These reporters should be sacked. There's absolutely no reason why they wrote this the way they wrote it. It's absolutely awful. They're trying to make out as if it's Charlie's own words, so it's not them. But obviously they put it in a way to completely out of context. They don't care about context. They just want to get the buzzwords up there to get people on it, get people sort of reading their article. But Stein and Danny Anguano, like both of you, just pathetic. You are the worst reporters in the history of this planet. It's disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. To write this, they really must have issues. Serious issues. The far-right commentator didn't pull his punches when discussing his bigoted views on current events. They're not bigoted. In no shape or form would you say that Charlie Kirk is bigoted. I get it, even in my chat. I mean, I try and talk as much facts as possible, but I do give my opinion or my view, as does Charlie. But what? So now he's bigoted. Bigoted views. Who came out with that idea? The fact that this newspaper has worded everything like they have, it's absolutely awful. Listen to the rubbish that these two people wrote. This, like I said, it's Christine and Danny Anguano. You can click on their names actually and like get pictures of them, but I don't even want to look at them. I think they're pathetic. Hopefully they get sacked for writing such crap. Charlie Kirk, the far-right commentator and ally of Donald Trump, was killed on Wednesday doing what he was known for throughout his career, making, are you ready, making incendiary and often racist and sexist comments to a large audiences. So he's killed for doing what he's known for, which is incendiary and racist and sexist comments. Where do these people get off? Who do they think they are? What absolute rubbish. If it was current and controversial in US politics, chances are that Kirk was talking about it on his podcasts and on podcasts of friends and adversaries, and especially on college campuses where he would go to debate students. Kirk spent much of his adult life defending and articulating a worldview aligned with Trump and the MAGA movement. Well, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Accountable to no one but his audience, he did not shy away in his rhetoric from bigotry, intolerance, exclusion and stereotyping. Absolute rubbish. Here's Kirk in his own words. Many of his comments were documented by Media Matters for America, a progressive non-profit that tracks conservative media. And then they go here and they're like putting all stuff up, but what he said's true. He's like stating the facts. The fact that no one's willing to actually say it or admit it, so they got to come out with all these slurs against Charlie. There's nothing he said that not one person hasn't thought and like, hang on a minute. So I don't get why they have to do all this and write all this up, because it's just they just want to dig. They're trying to find something that's not even there. Charlie is not what they're making out to be. Just because he had views. So what? He said, we record all of it so that we put it on the internet so people can see these ideas collide. When people stop talking, that's when you get violence. That's when civil war happens, because you start to think the other side is so evil and they lose their humanity. This is to actually like pick these out, put these up, and then start giving it all. Oh, he's racist, he's bigoted, and all. I don't get it. This is just. We need to have a Nuremberg-style trial for every gender-affirming clinic doctor. We need it immediately. It's got all his views. You can get all this at The Guardian, but look, they've really gone through. They're really trying to like get it all like bang it home. The American Democrat Party hates this country. They want to see it collapse. They love it when America becomes less white. So, what? Because the word white is in that, what he said, is that now make it racist? America has freedom of religion, of course, but we should be frank. Large, dedicated Islamic areas are a threat to America. And also the UK. He's not said anything wrong. We've been warning about the rise of Islam on the show. To great amount of backlash. We don't care. That's what we do here. And we said that Islam is not compatible with Western civilization. Correct. So what's he said there? Islam is the sword the left is using to slit the throat of America and the UK. So what's he said there that's wrong? Do you know what I mean? I just don't get it. These two people are absolute jokes. So, yeah, once I've got through this Chris Stein and Danny Aguano, I am never in my life doing anything associated in any form with The Guardian, ever. Because, like, it's pathetic. I've seen some reports in my time, and when that one come up, I was just shocked. Absolutely shocked. So, as far as I'm concerned, The Guardian no longer exists. I shall be boycotting that for the rest of my days. It's absolutely disgraceful. But obviously, that's what they do. Obviously, actually start and try and slur the name of someone who got assassinated. Absolutely ridiculous. There's no excuse for that. So that's the end of The Guardian for me. Don't read it that often, but I'm definitely not reading it ever again. Who says that, eh? Who says that? But anyway, have you heard? A brawl actually broke out at a vigil for Charlie Kirk. I think this was a cyclist. There was a cyclist who ran past who shouted F Charlie Kirk. I mean, who does that? I mean, you've got to have some sort of mental illness for half of what's going on since he's died. It's absolutely ridiculous. So we'll go through this and then I'll show you the reaction, because Joe Rogan was live with Charlie Sheen at the time, I believe, and obviously it came through to him, obviously, about Charlie Kirk being shot. So you actually get a reaction of Joe Rogan, and that's been seen like 7.9 million times. I mean, blimey. So, but anyway. A mass brawl broke out at a vigil for slain Conservative activist Charlie Kirk hours after the Trump ally was shot dead. Have you noticed, no matter where you go and what you see, they always put in the Trump ally? What's that? Is that to make sure all those who stand against Trump can then stand against this Charlie Kirk incident and him himself? Forget that he's a father of two, a husband, a son. Forget that. We're trying to ram across that he is a Trump ally. I mean, the rhetoric on it winds me up. The vigil was hastily organised by the Idaho Freedom Foundation to honour the life and legacy of Charlie Kirk, a fearless patriot and a man of God who was violently taken from us too early. Hundreds of mourners gathered to pay their respects, lighting candles, singing hymns, praying, and taking part in a moment of silence. Do you think that'd all be good, wouldn't you? You think that would obviously have a lot of sort of very somber mood, people giving their respects. However, also present was a group of protesters who, as a protester, would you ever turn up to oppose and to upset a vigil for someone who had been assassinated? You've got to be a special kind of mental retard. You have to be. Also present, a group of protesters and a mass street fight broke out after a man reportedly drove through the vigil on a lime bike shouting, "F Charlie Kirk." Who does that? And at what point do you think people are not going to react? Of course they're going to react. What an absolute retarded thing to do. What is up with these people? They got a screw loose. And I bet half of these are from the transgender ideology type, we get triggered over the weather type weirdos. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't matter what it is. Oh, you breathed in and you should have breathed out. Triggered. Oh, you should go die. That's the transgender. It's been. I'll tell you. I remember the transgender thing. Like people say, oh, that's trans. He or she or whatever is transgender back in like 90s or something. And it's not whatever. They're doing what they do in their life. And then all of a sudden, someone somewhere thought it'd be a good idea to grab that ideology and just make it pure evil. Because beforehand, any man who's fighting with himself, thinking he was a woman, whatever, would do so, and not one person would ever know about it. Wouldn't splatter all over the internet. It would all be kept within themselves, just doing what they do every day, going through life. End of. But no, it had to be hijacked, used and abused, especially via TikTok, which probably China got wind of that, and actually, being that they own TikTok, decided to make sure that went here, there and everywhere, and really sort of got ground into people's brains that, oh, if you're gay, you're in the wrong body. Oh, if you're not gay, you might be in the wrong body. What? Yeah, force it. It's absolutely ridiculous. So transgender, for those who are genuine, they fight it in silence. So don't spat it all over the internet. Look at me, I want likes and comments, and oh, send me money, send me super chats, and click on the button and send me money on TikTok. That's what it's all about. It's all about attention seeking. While in the real world, you could have, say, a 30, 40-year-old or a 20-year-old man who's fighting with himself, and at no point is for, oh, let me put all this all over the internet, because it's personal. That's real. What you see online is just absolute rubbish and fake and attention seekers. There's some really dangerous people out there. Like, I can't think of, there's one bloke who's actually going, "Hi kids. Oh, I'm non-binary trans," and where's all this coming from? It's all about clicks and likes. It's pathetic. They've absolutely, well and truly ruined the whole ideology of what it was in the world of transgender from back in the 90s to now, to make it some sort of weapon. It's crazy. Imagine being like an 8-year-old boy told that you could be a girl and you haven't got a clue because you're 8. By the time you're 18, you'll be like, what have you done to me? And they say if you don't do it, the unaliving figures will go through the roof. No, if you do it when they're 18, 19, 20, 21, then the unaliving figures are going to go through the roof. Stop messing with your own kids. I mean, it's child abuse. It's disgraceful. Just let people be. If you're sort of 18, 21 or over and you're thinking this, that, whatever, then you're going to get your mental health counselling. You can discuss it and you're going to make, I hope, good decisions, the right decisions for you. You're not going to start going like, oh, right, okay, what I'll do is I'm going to start a YouTube channel and a TikTok and look at me, I'm trans. Oh, yeah, I've got a beard. I don't want to shave that because obviously that's a sign of being a man, but actually I'm a woman. Quick, give me loves. Give me LGBTQ, hashtag this, hashtag that. Give me views, give me that's what all it is. And they've absolutely ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. So yeah, the whole transgender now in 2025 is nothing like what it was in 1990. Nothing like it. It's been absolutely hijacked to be used as a weapon, and it's disgusting. The Idaho Freedom Foundation is a right-wing think tank with a mission to defeat Marxism and socialism. Never heard of it. The government is still at large in Kirk's shocking murder. Video footage posted to social media, a film by Idaho News 6 shows an unidentified man being set upon and knocked to the sidewalk outside the Idaho Capitol in Boise. I mean, like I say, you're gonna. Who cycled past and shouts F Charlie Kirk at a vigil after he'd been assassinated? Who does that? Who does that? Curled in a ball, he was then kicked and punched by the angry mob, which chanted USA, USA, as one woman could be heard screaming for the violence to stop, while another shouted, get him. I mean, just a quick push off the bike or whatever could have made the point, but, you know, tensions, etc., tempers. Police station nearby stepped in to save the man, who was wearing a white t-shirt, brown shorts and a baseball cap and carrying a rainbow-coloured backpack. Say no more. Standing behind the officers, the man continued to bait the mob, screaming F you and asking what happened to free speech. What? See what I mean? They actually use it against you, but they could basically say something evil. They know it's evil. They know it's patronising and just wrong, but they can suddenly go, but it's free speech. Well, you shouted F Charlie Kirk in a group of people mourning the death of Charlie Kirk, and you expect them to go, oh, but that's right, it's free speech. That is ridiculous. It's funny because you can say a man can't be a woman. Oh, that's my free speech saying that. No, you're not allowed to say that. Then the transgender ideology people just like try and slate you. But I thought we had freedom of speech. Oh no, you haven't. We have, because you know we're transgender. We get triggered. We're snowflakes. We got buzzwords and all sorts ready. You bigot, you racist, you. Do you know what I mean? One of the vigil attendees shouted back, what did happen to free speech? What happened to dialogue? What happened to discourse? Exactly. Like, the thing is though, what happens when you literally have no debate? You've got nothing to say. You turn to violence. Idaho News 6 reporter Brady Caskey, who was at the scene when the fight broke out, said Boise police took one person into custody, though it is not known who. Dylan Anson, who was at the vigil, told Idaho 6 he helped break up the fight. He said Charlie Kirk, he stood as a Christian man, and as Christians, we do not support violence, he added. A wrong plus a wrong does not make a right in any sense. Exactly. The Daily Beast has contacted Boise police for information and more details. But I don't know what you can really say with things like this, because they're going to have certain reactions, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Just by shouting that, you're baiting them and whatnot. I don't know. I think it's absolutely sickening. So, what can we say? Like, there's going to be a reaction. He knew full well. You're shouting out F Charlie Kirk at the vigil. Something's going to happen. People aren't just going to turn around and just look at him. That's his little look at me moment, isn't it? They got to be that different. if the whole world hated something, you know for a fact, if it's in the transgender ideology, they're going to love it. They literally will do the opposite. So you can see on the screen there, you can read that. Obviously it's going, I won't play it, but it just sickens me that people are willing to sort of go around saying F Charlie Kirk. I mean, wow. And all these people, especially the transgender, you know for a fact they think they know better than God. Of course they do. They turn their back on God and they don't give two hoots. Literally do not give two hoots. They think they know better and they think they're bigger, and I don't know quite what their issues are as a whole, but it's certainly like hating the world and hating everyone else, and it's crazy. These are crazy times, dangerous times. Just don't forget, at the end of the day, Charlie Kirk has been murdered for having views and opinions and for stating facts. Like I showed in The Guardian, they take all these bits out of context, just like, oh, he said this, he said that. Yeah, what was the discussion? What was being spoken about? He's allowed to have views, and what he said, even what The Guardian put up, it's all right anyway. I don't get it. He actually talks a lot of facts. He has his own views, has his own opinions, as do we all. But to be assassinated, I mean, where do we draw the line? Where do we draw the line? I'm boycotting The Guardian forever. Forever and a day. I'm not interested in anything they ever write again. Those two reporters are a disgrace. But where do we go from here? I mean, if these events do happen, the security will be phenomenal, I assume. But are people going to, even in America, are they going to be in some sort of fear bubble for a while it's still at the top of everyone's minds and everything's going on? Is there going to be fear there, or is it the American Second Amendment gives them right to bear arms? Is it the Second Amendment, I think? But it doesn't matter, because all the good people that have guns weren't there to wipe out the bad man with his gun with some strange ideology. Do you know what I mean? It's be nice to think that, you know, something like that and someone saw it and they could have sort of prevented it. But I was a bit confused by the video of the bloke saying, there's a bloke up there, there's a bloke up there, and he's pointing going, oh, just saying. But he didn't do nothing. So that got me. But I don't know. I'm a bit... But it is, I can't see, unlike The Guardian, I don't understand what they're getting at, what they're trying to say, because what Charlie said wasn't actually wrong in any shape or form. He speaks the truth. But well, I don't know if you've seen this. Joe Rogan, obviously, like I say, he was talking to Charlie Sheen at the time. And Joe Rogan then finds out about the situation with regards to Charlie Kirk. So I thought, yeah, we'll review this. I don't know if you've seen it or not. If you have, let me know in the comments. But this is literally like a live reaction, so to speak, because like I said, they were actually in an interview.
Joe Rogan Experience.
Hammonds, we're passionate about bringing order and calm to everyday life.
But it's a true live reaction. Even the bloke who stood up, did you see him cheering? He's been named David or something on X. R to the power of X or something, what is account on X? He was stood up cheering it all, and he started giving it all that, like, oh, I'm a barber and or whatever. Well, you stood up and cheered, you melon. There's no way you're going to say anything. Oh, well, I'm going to have my say. I'll tell you exactly what I was doing. We can see what you're doing. You're cheering. Crazy times. I mean, there's not something going on. Someone else. So, like, will people end up being divided over it, or will they come together over it? Who knows? Who knows? But the whole situation, it's just absolutely dire. Absolutely dire. But no one has the answers. Take it day by day. But those who are celebrating and everything, like, you know, I don't wish anyone badness, but some of those people, they do test my resolve, and I think to myself, do you know what? I hope when you get up in the morning, you tread on a plug or a bit of Lego or something. Do you know what I mean? Or worse, but you know, shouldn't really be thinking like that. But that's a sign of the times. But anyway, right, the next, as you can see on screen there, it's absolutely ridiculous. Imagine, like, October the 7th, Israel and the Jews get attacked. An act of war, yet everyone thinks that they can stand against the Jews and Israel and actually support the aggressors and the Islamic ideology and the Islamic terrorism. What is going on in 2025? How twisted are these people? Israel and the Jews once again had to face an attempt to genocide them, as written in the Quran. Yet everyone wants to turn on them and support the aggressors. Like Palestine, Hamas, all that Islamic terrorism, Islamic ideology. What do you do in your head in order to justify supporting that and this pro-Palestine action rubbish? I mean, oh my word. I mean, talk about being on the wrong side of history. I've never in my life known anyone to actually side with the aggressors, to side with Islamic terrorism over a country and the Jews as victims. Who does that? Who does that? Because they're doing it. I don't get it. And now look, Jewish tourists get attacked by 10 migrants charging Free Palestine in despicable attack. Free Palestine, what? So it's not even worth £1. It's free now. Okay. But no one wants it. Because it's a dump. Because that's what Hamas done to it. Hamas, they're like, oh, we deserve a Palestine. You had one. Not that anyone recognised it, because it's not on any map. It doesn't actually exist. But you invented a fake flag. You decide to call it Palestine. You lived there for how long without not one person on the planet giving two hoots? Hamas completely ruined it, and now you're saying Free Palestine. From what? Hamas? Because it's certainly not from the Jews or Israel. It's an absolute joke. These people are that backwards. Every ideology and everything on the go. 2 Jewish tourists have been attacked by a group of 10 migrants chanting Free Palestine in Venice. Men from North Africa surrounded the couple just before midnight on the Strada Nuova, one of the main shopping streets. The American and Israeli duo were wearing Orthodox clothing and tried to flee from the attack. However, the men chased and then circled them while shouting Free Palestine. Is that actually going to free Palestine? Is that action actually going to free Palestine and do anything? No. If you're that adamant, why aren't you going to Palestine to do something? You're too busy jumping on the propaganda. There's a starvation. No, there's not. You got skinny kids because they got some genetic disease from being born through incest. That's why their mums are morbidly obese. I said it in previous videos. It's absolutely pathetic. It is believed one then set his Rottweiler on the tourist while another slapped the man. Well, that Rottweiler should be taken off him then. A glass bottle was also thrown, which then shattered and injured the woman's ankle. How pathetic. Men have to attack a women. Obviously, but they will though, because in the name of Palestine, Hamas and Islam terrorism and Islam ideology, women are only worth half that of a man. So, you know, they're held in the same regard as a dog or a donkey. So that's why they're more than happy to attack a female. It's disgusting. The attack was eventually broken up by officers from the Guardia di Finanza, Italy's heavily armed Financial Crime Unit, who witnessed the attack and intervened. That was lucky. A 31-year-old Tunisian man who had slapped one of the tourists was arrested alongside 2 others. Good. And the other thing, look, this anti-Semitic violence, look, read more. It just doesn't stop. Jewish boys shot with air rifle and swastika painted on their home in anti-Semitic attacks in seaside town. Israeli tourists beaten unconscious by a group shouting "Kill the Jews" while paintballing. Anti-Semitism normalised in the middle-class Britain, damning report reveals. I mean, all because they are the victims of an act of war, everyone turns on them. This world is so screwed up. He was charged with assault and banned from entering the city of Venice for 2 years. Good. 2 others from the group were found to be living in Italy illegally and have since been transferred to a detention centre where they are awaiting deportation. There you go, see? Should have kept themselves to themselves. The attack was branded cowardly and despicable by the Jewish community of Venice. Without doubt. It also questions the Venetian tradition of being welcoming. Luigi Brugnaro, the mayor of the city, home to what is widely considered the oldest Jewish ghetto in Europe, said, "Venice is and must continue to be an open, welcoming and safe city where mutual respect is the foundation of civil coexistence. The attack is a serious and unacceptable act which I condemn in the strongest terms. We firmly say no to any resurgence of anti-Semitism as well as to Islamophobia." Islamophobia doesn't exist, so he's ruined it there. He's trying to get that in there quick. But that had nothing to do with it. This is a pure attack on the Jewish people. But somehow we got in there that, say no to Islamophobia. Islamophobia doesn't exist. What an idiot. Venice will never tolerate any form of hatred or discrimination. Islamophobia, being an irrational fear of Islam, is just got to be the most stupidest word ever invented. A lot of people have a fear of Islam because they know exactly what it stands for. 66,000 terrorist attacks with over 250,000 innocent people killed in the last, 50 years? Just 1 month ago, another Jewish American couple were attacked in the same area near to the Rialto Bridge. 3 men threw water at the couple before spitting on them, setting a dog on them and hurling anti-Semitic insults. Well, there you go. That literally sums up like the whole, well, what can you say other than like this world has absolutely lost the plot? Makes no sense. But anyway, what can you say? What can you say? Like attacking Jews, it's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. If you're a Jew, I'd just stay away from Venice. That's the second attack. Just don't bother. But I'm finding it really hard to work out why people are attacking Jews because they were attacked by Islamic ideology and Islamic terrorists on October the 7th. Palestine and Hamas cheered and got videos, and they knew what they were doing. And now apparently people are siding with them via Palestine Action, etc. But they're doing it in like all the different countries. You're like, what is going on? Are people that deluded? But they don't know nothing about the actual situation in reality. They have no idea on history. They just stood there, I don't know, like gonkwombles. Just go, oh yeah, I've got to stand here and free Palestine. Well, it was free before October the 7th. Go to October the 6th, and all the years before that, they were just doing what they were doing. Hamas was taking all their money to build tunnels. They were just doing whatever they're doing. And how many people on this planet gave 2 hoots about Hamas and Palestinians before October the 7th? No one. Not one person. Didn't give 2 hoots, mate. And then all of a sudden they're like, free Palestine. Well, had Hamas done it right, it would have sort of got to the point where people would be like, do you know what? This country's working. But no, it's just a front so they could start trying to genocide the Jews because that's what the Quran tells them to do. It's pathetic. But anyway, let's bring it back to the UK. because this illegal immigrant thing's getting absolutely ridiculous. Like I said in many videos, they come in by France, just take them back to France. Then France can take them back to wherever they come from to get into France. Domino effect. So all you got to do, like, oh, here they are, right, on that boat there, off one boat, get on that boat, back to France, done, dusted. But no, we've got to put them up in 4-star hotels, and they're saying about putting them in army barracks. But then, alas, apparently in Leeds, they're doing a little secret planning to get the illegal immigrants into student flats. Wow, sneaky, sneaky Home Office. Just like they did with the actual hotels and that, thinking they could sneak them in there and people wouldn't notice. Local residents in a major UK city have been left furious over the Home Office's plans to house asylum seekers in student accommodation was revealed. In a bid to tackle the mounting pressure of moving migrants out of hotels, applications have been submitted to convert university flats to house them instead. Wow, what do you think about that then? One example, revealed by The Sun, includes a 247 bedroom block of flats in Leeds, which is close to the famous Otley Run pub crawl. Mary Morris House in Headingley, owned by a London property firm, may soon house asylum seekers instead. Wow. Don't worry about students then. The application to convert it into a hostel was submitted last month, with the outcome expected in October. The documents do not mention the conversion being for asylum seekers. It was only when Leeds City Council released a statement which clarified the application. That's ridiculous. The council said the Home Office has advised the council that the submission is part of a wider central government efforts to reduce the reliance on hotel use for those seeking asylum. Since the application was made public, locals in Leeds have expressed their anger. No, I bet they have and all. 247 bed. Wow. I have concerns for residents' safety. 21-year-old student nurse Sarah Bejoy told the newspaper. Also, it is close to the Otley Run, where there are a lot of drunk girls in outfits. Yeah, I mean, what can you say? They're not quite on the ball, this Home Office, are they? I mean, could they be out of touch in any more like scenarios that pop up? Don't matter what comes up, they're out of touch. They just haven't got a clue. They do not have a diddly squat idea. This could be confusing for immigrants not knowing the culture, and something bad might happen. Not might, will. I come back from work at 11 p.m. and would not feel safe. No, you wouldn't, because you can see what happened in Epping. Leeds resident Charles McAdam, 62, claims Leeds City Council and the government are turning a deaf ear to genuine concerns. Exactly, because they don't care about what you say. They don't care what you think. They don't care about your safety. Put the illegals first, and the people fifth. Putting a lot of young foreign males in a place like this, where there are a lot of young girls away from their parents for the first time and could be vulnerable, is not a good idea. No, it's not. It's an absolutely stupid idea. That's like saying, oh, if you cut yourself, get into the sea when there's great white sharks there. Don't worry, it's a lottery. The revelation of student digs being earmarked to house migrants has now sparked fear that other university accommodations might be targeted next. There they will. They get away with it once, do it once, that's it. They can do it again and again. Of course they are. Shadow Home Secretary Chris Phillips said, "This is a huge waste of taxpayers' money and shows the government has totally lost control of our borders. A new Home Secretary will make no difference to Labour's migrant crisis," and it hasn't. The Home Office told The Sun, "Decisions about accommodation are made with careful consideration alongside local authorities as part of our strategy to reduce dependence on expensive hotel provision and to create a more sustainable and cost-effective asylum system." That's just a load of hogwash and rubbish, isn't it? What considerations are they really making? Really? I don't think they are making any. Do you think? I'll tell you. What can you say about these things? They're not going to listen to what you say. They're not going to listen to what you think. Because they just don't care. It's all about sorting them out, regardless of what you say, what you do, where you live. Don't worry about your safety. Don't worry about your wife's, your nieces, your daughters, your mums. Do you know what I mean? It's what is going on. I mean, the Labour Party and the Home Office are just a disgrace to the UK. It's embarrassing. You have to let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, blimey heck. Are these people, are they actually human? Are they human? Right, one thing that made me laugh, in a good way, Texas banned Sharia law. So that's that out. Sharia courts. See you later. UK needs to follow suit. I think they should actually ban Islam as a death cult. It's a cult. Get rid of all the mosques. End of. That'll solve that problem. But obviously, oh no, you can't say that. Oh, yeah. What is that? Racist, bigoted, and oh my god. Get all those trigger words ready. Get the trigger words out. It's absolutely crazy. But Texas is doing the right thing, and it's believed that all the other states are going to do the same, which would be marvellous for America. But here in the UK, no, we got to bow to everything. We get Mohammed Hijab threatening policemen and their dogs. So, oh, if you set your dogs at us, that will be an act of aggression and we will kill it. And the copper just stands there like, okay, Mr. Muslim. Okay, Mohammed Hijab, you woman abuser, you. You know what I mean? Like, threatening to kill a police dog. That's like threatening to kill a police officer, surely. So he should have been arrested. No, not him, though, because he's a Muslim. Because he abuses women in hotels and then blames them. That's the Muslim way, because women are not worth a bean, mate. They're only worth half that of a male. Like I said earlier, they're held in the same regard as a dog or a donkey. Say no more. Absolutely crazy. And just to put the icing on the cake, though, like in true sense, like they say here, like they ban this or do this, like they ban Palestine action. So everyone goes out going, we stand with Palestine action. They oppose genocide, but they stand with Palestine who tried to genocide the Jews. The irony. And now Texas bans Sharia. And then some bloke goes round telling people in shops to stop selling pork, alcohol, lottery. I mean, who do they think they are? It's just all about bullying, threatening behaviour, intimidation. Islam, the religion of peace, with 66,000 Islamic terrorist attacks in the last 50 years. Okay. I think it's from like 1974 to 2024, something like that. Like I said earlier, that's over 250,000 innocent people killed. They do 7/7, 9/11. Oh, it's a religion of peace. Women have to be covered head to toe. Don't worry about doing your hair and your makeup. We will oppress you. You're not getting educated either because you're a woman. You're as a dog and a donkey. Oh, we are the religion of peace. Well. And was it? Oh, get caught for stealing. Why, cut off his hand. We are the religion of peace. A woman is RAPD. Do you have 4 witnesses to that? No. Well, you shall be sentenced to death for adultery instead. What? That's Islam. It's an absolute joke. Religion of peace. A viral video showing Houston Imam F. Qasim Ibn Ali Khan confronting a shop employee over sales of pork, alcohol and lottery tickets has provoked heated debate on social media and in political circles. It's America. You do not live in an Islamic state. It is a Christian country. It is America. Whatever you may think, shut up. It's nothing to do with you. If you don't like it, go to one of the 57 Islamic states that exist on the planet. There's plenty of countries you can go to. No, we want to force this on Americans. They're not going to have it, mate. They're not going to have it. UK can be a bit of a soft touch. I mean, they need to man up a bit in the UK, don't we? Really sort of say it. People like me talking about it, but who do they think they are? Khan of Masjid at-Tawhid urged Muslim-owned businesses to remove haram goods or face boycotts and protests, with critics warning his campaign resembles so-called Sharia patrols. Haram. It's America. Sit down and shut up, mate. Like I say, how many places have you got where you can do Sharia law? But no, he chooses to start forcing it in America. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm like, mate, this is my business. Shut up and go away. Who do you think you are? The footage shared on Khan's TikTok account with around 17,000 followers shows him warning a shop worker that selling forbidden items violates Islamic law. It's America. There is no Islamic law, mate. That can't. Go home, sit down and shut up. There is no Islamic law, so he's not violating anything. The people who call themselves Muslims should not be selling haram in their stores. It's America. They're becoming a part of the American culture. If you don't want that and you want that Islamic law, like I said, there's 57 countries you can go to for that. Khan leads a nation of Islam-affiliated mosques, alleging that a nationwide protest movement is set to take place. No one cares. Enough Americans will support the shop. We're kicking off a national protest and demonstration campaign against all Muslim businesses that have haram in their stores. What an absolute idiot. They're literally forcing and bullying their way around shops in America. I mean, I'll be like, mate, get out. I don't care. The video drew swift criticism online. Yeah, with comparisons, controversial Sharia patrol incidents in parts of Europe where activists sought to impose Islamic codes in public spaces. You're not in an Islamic country. You're in America. It's the same as if you're in the UK. You'd be like, shut up. We're nowhere near an Islamic state. And we're not trying to force it. Do you know what I mean? They even bully like the whole Christianity side of things. They bully that by putting all their prayer mats around churches and trying to like a bit of intimidation. I'm like, just go away, you idiots. Absolute joke. Critics argued that the campaign undermines American values of individual choice and freedom of commerce. Exactly that. Same as in the UK. Just tell them to shut up. Amy Meckelberg, founder of the RAIR Foundation, a right-wing activist outlet, said that this is how Sharia zones take root. While the outlet has been accused of promoting anti-Muslim conspiracy theories, Khan fueled the fire by doubling down. Because he's an absolute prat. Critics have deemed Khan's confrontation with the merchants as the emergence of Sharia patrols in the US. Make them illegal. Make Sharia patrols illegal. It reminds citizens, particularly in Europe, of controversial tactics where religious highlights impose Islamic norms in public spaces. Not in America, you won't. The methods involved often include intimidation, threats, or violence. While Khan himself wasn't notably aggressive, the symbolism was evident enough to spark concern. Yes, exactly. Intimidation, threats and violence. There you go. But it's a religion of peace, ladies and gents. It's a religion of peace. The video shows Khan addressing his goals, which are rooted in practicing Islamic teachings. Still, he does insist that his methods are within the law, believing the initiative is a religious outreach or dawah. He's talking out of his backside. See, if you're willing to follow someone who can, like a prophet that fake as you like, but marries a 6-year-old and consummates a marriage with 9, then there's something wrong in your head in the first place, let alone all this. According to critics, Khan's appearance and tactics mirror those of militant figures abroad who enforce religious practices. The footage has gone as far as starting debates in Texas political circles over whether religious bodies are building parallel societies in the US. Others have also addressed Iran's attempts to enforce religious conduct through violating American values and legal norms. A couple of comments stood out about how Khan is affecting the perception of Muslim faith in the US. They're trying to force it. America needs to ban Islam as well. Just get rid of all the mosques, everything. Just wipe it out. Just get rid of it. And then what they should have is like to make it law that should you ever come to a country like the UK or America that are Christian countries, you denounce Islam as a death cult. And if you're not, then go to an Islamic country and live that way. Because if you went there, you'd hate it. It'd be funny that. With these posts in public, this guy will draw negative attention to Muslims here. I 100% understand what he's doing, but this is Texas in America where everyone is free to do what they want, posted one user online. You understand what he's doing? What a stupid thing to say. Don't understand what he's doing because he's in America. Full stop, wrong. End of. In Islam, it is not appropriate for a sheikh or anyone to threaten a store owner over alcohol sales, especially if the store is legal and the action may cause harm, added another user. There are, however, some who agree with Khan's campaign. They argue that he's only expressing his religious views and pushing fellow Muslims to adhere to their faith. In America. They're in America. They want to be assimilate with Americans. Maybe they don't want all your Islamic rubbish. Ban alcohol, ban gambling, ban pork. I mean, blimey, could you oppress people anymore if you tried? It's crazy. Khan insists his campaign is lawful and framed as protest, which is protected under the First Amendment of the US Constitution. I'll still throw you out of my shop. Nonetheless, the footage has sparked debate in Texas political circles about whether such campaign risks create parallel societies. Exactly. For now, the protests appear limited to Houston, though Khan has promised to expand nationwide. If that's what he wants, deport him. Take him somewhere where they'll actually... Well, let's bring it back to the UK again, because there's a story that I saw which made me chuckle. It made me chuckle. I don't know if you've seen this, but St George's Cross appears on White Horse landmark. Did you see it? Did you hear about anything? It's only a bit of material. It's not been graffitied or harmed in any way. No horse was harmed in the St George flag look that you now see. St George's Cross has appeared on a White Horse landmark. Red fabric has been pinned across the Westbury White Horse in Wiltshire, which was carved into the hillside hundreds of years ago. It comes amid a movement in recent weeks that has seen members of the public display patriotic flags in towns and cities across the UK. English Heritage, which owns the land, said the fabric will be removed as soon as possible. At least it's only fabric, there's no criminal damage. A spokesman said red fabric has been added to the Westbury White Horse. We'll be removing it as soon as we can and seeing whether the pegs that were used have caused any damage to this much loved historic landmark. That's being petty. A horse design was carved into the hillside in the late 1600s but was replaced by the current design in 1778. Vanessa Russell, who regularly walks by the monument, said luckily there's no damage as red materials was used. It's more an actor of patriotism, not vandalism, just a bit of fun. Exactly. Wiltshire police said it was not investigating the incident. A spokesman for the police said, we are aware of red material being pinned across the Westbury White Horse to form the St George's Cross. No criminal offences are thought to have been committed and we are not investigating it. Westbury Town Council said English Heritage is arranging for a roped access team to attend the site as soon as possible to remove and assess any damage. You can see that like, they've not done that in any shape or form to cause any damage. The fact that that's what they're going for, it's ridiculous. They're not going to have done it anyway. The move reflects a wider trend across the country where buildings, roundabouts, and highways have been marked with the cross and flags installed along highways. Yes, they've got England flags, Scotland flags, Welsh flags, Northern Ireland flags, or Irish flags. They've got it all going on. An online patriotism campaign called Operation Raise the Colours, encouraging people to hang patriotic flags across England, has gathered momentum online. Would be good to see everyone do it with their houses as well. Red crosses have been painted on road markings in England, with mini roundabouts in Weymouth and Portland targeted with red paint. Dorset Council described it as targeted vandalism and said the paint would be removed, citing the danger of defacing road markings and their potential to distract drivers. Lib Dem-led Portsmouth City Council, that's where I am, announced its intentions to paint over St George's crosses on mini roundabouts and give way lines in the interest of public safety. Don't forget though, but they have got a stupid, pathetic rainbow LGBTQ like zebra crossing thing going on, but leave that in it. That's disgusting. So they leave up the symbol of child mutilation, but they take down or remove paint for St George's flags. Crazy. The decision drew accusations of double standards, giving the council approval of a rainbow flag pedestrian crossing in 2020. That's what I just said. That I should have read on, shouldn't he? Some critics have said the campaign is linked to illegal immigration and asylum hotel protest, and that it is organised by known far-right extremists. See, they're getting that word in again. Extremists. That's what they do. So, raise the flags, paint your flat roofs, we'll cross it. Yeah, do everything. Absolutely everything. Nice you said, Green Troll. Yes, definitely. Do this, do that, get it everywhere. Any excuse, I mean, but anyway, I'm live tonight, Friday, the 12th, at 7 p.m. You can come up on screen at 7 p.m. if you wish. We shall talk about Labour, Keir Starmer, and some news of the day. So it should be start at 7. It should go through to about 9 o'clock, I expect. 8:30, 9 o'clock, who knows? So come join, have a chat. In the chat, you can say what you want to say, actually, like on the side, or like I say, I will be posting a link so people can click on it and come up. As long as you're willing to show your face, I don't want to see no logos. Got to see your face. Let's keep it real. We're all people. But yeah, that starts at 7 o'clock tonight. So we'll see how that goes. It's the first one, the first ever Friday at 7. We done the first Thursday at 7 last night, which was all right. Want 2 baggies? Done all right. So, you know, can't moan. But you're more than happy to, I mean, you're more than welcome to come along and I've got, I forgot one of the reports. But we'll probably fit that in later. Make sure I've gone through everything that I wanted to go through. It's all happy days. Yes, I think I've done it. Yes, good. Nice work, Wiz. But well, the way I see it, it costs the council at least 3 people's hourly wage to take down 1 flag, but less than £1 for patrons to put up 1. Who will go bust? Yeah, who will go bust first? Yeah, I don't get why what the big thing is about having to take it down and this and that. I mean, trying to say all this like health and safety rubbish, it's a joke. But I don't get what planet these people are on half the time. They're getting a bit like, you know what I mean? But, you know, is it going to get worse before it gets better? I mean, we've got the Charlie Kirk situation. Raise the flags, illegal immigrants. It's just attack on the people. You're not allowed a voice. How dare you? You're not allowed to have pride in your country. How dare you? So it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. What can I say? what can I say? But if you want to have your say, then join me tonight at 7 p.m. on the 12th. Hopefully, we should be doing every Thursday and Friday, 7 p.m. And all the other days will be live at 3 p.m. So how about that then? So, yep, you can come and join. All the information is on the about bit on the YouTube page, so you can see it all. It clearly states Saturday through to Wednesday, 3 p.m. Thursday and Friday, 7 p.m. And obviously, like I said, Friday, 7 p.m, that's when you can come up on screen if you're willing to show your face and have a chat and talk about whatever news is going on or whatever I got going on up on screen, and that you can have your say. Yes, and we can all liaise and we'll build a big wizard fam. So don't forget to like, subscribe, get that bell notification, because I'll get a lot of my shorts and videos get shadow banned because of obviously the type of content. YouTube don't like it, and it likes to control the narrative and silence people. It does that in a way that you'll just stop talking about it and you start talking about other stuff. That's what it hopes, but I'll just carry on regardless. But you know, some things have to be said. Like, as soon as I put anything in my titles to do with illegal immigrants, asylum seekers, Islam, anything like that, my videos go from having hundreds of views to maybe 4, maybe 10, maybe 20. But yeah, it shadow bans it. It does exactly the same on TikTok. So I'm in an R whether to even carry on with TikTok. But that gets silly. I think my ex has been banned for a day or so because I said about the paedophile prophet in Islam, stating facts, and they try and ban you. So there is no free speech really on X either. So it's pathetic, absolutely pathetic. But I will continue. I want to talk about Islam. I will, because it's evil, it's oppressive, it's disgraceful to have a prophet that walks around covered in semen and Aisha has to scrape it all off. It's disgusting. So try searching for something on Google, YouTube, etc. While using a VPN, you get a lot more hits. Oh dear, that make a difference. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, because I've got videos up. I think I shared the one with the. I think there's an England line and a St George's flag. You have a look at them. Even on TikTok, it's like 4 views, but all the other views get hundreds. And I've got a feeling that even with people with notification bells, because my son done it. I done a video and he didn't even get the notification. He got it like 2 hours after I went live, so he didn't even get the notification. So YouTube's doing something to make sure you don't get the views. So we're shopping on eBay. Oh, I'm always on eBay. If I'm not, the wife is. So YouTube's definitely doing something, because I said to my son, like, subscribe, get notification bell. I went live, came downstairs, and about an hour after I'd finished, he goes, "Oh, I've just got the notification you're live." I was like, "Well, that's no good, is it?" I was live for an hour and a half, and he got the notification, an hour after that. So YouTube knows what it's doing. It's deliberately not notifying people of anything. So using a VPN, you get better offers. Oh, happy days. I don't know what I've got on here. I've got a new laptop. It has got all the stuff going on. So whether it's actual VPN or something, I don't know. Over my head technology. But yeah, so with YouTube silencing me, TikTok silencing me, and what you'll have to do is just go to, like, click on shorts or videos or lives or whatever, and as long as you want, I think it's at least 30 seconds, you get a view or whatever, so that all helps. But obviously the longer you watch, the better for me. But you can support me by watching a bit, because the adverts is what I get paid. I probably average about 50p a day in earnings, and that's covering half of my StreamYard fees. But what can I do? You got to start somewhere. Nearly a year. I've been going, like, it's September, so I've been going 11 months. So that's not bad. That's not bad. So also, sites like UK want you to show ID, etc. no longer ask you for it. Oh, happy days. That's good. I'll have to look into a VPN then. I'll have to investigate the VPN situation and then go full on pure wizardry. Definitely have to investigate, but I don't know why they got a shadow ban it. Like, so much for freedom of speech, but slyly, even when you Google it and say, why do YouTube and TikTok shadow ban videos? It goes, it doesn't. It's like, well, it does. I've seen it. And to prove that they are shadow banned, on a couple of the video, I can't be bothered anymore, but I used to then delete the video, rename the title, load it up, and then it'd do really well. So the ones where they want age verified, oh yeah, like PORN. That's good though. It's good that they do that, because you don't want to sort of ruin kids' minds. So it's a good thing that they do that. But yeah, controlling the narrative really, really gets on my nerves. Things like TikTok and that, making out they don't when they do. It's yeah, I know. The surprised, yeah, you wait. They tax the air we breathe. They're like, how many times did you breathe in and breathe out today? Oh, right, 1p per breathe in, 2p per breathing out. Do you know what I mean? That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. I mean, they tax our bumholes if they could. Do you know what I mean? Crazy. But yeah, is there anybody want to say anything, or I'm disappearing? We're live tonight at 7. You can come up and have a chat with me if you want to. If you want to. If you don't want to, don't. But I won't be talking like that. I don't know why I've done that. What's going on, geese? Talking funny, geese. Yeah, kids are blooming tech savvy, mate. Yeah, one of them, the code was only 15 or 16. That doesn't surprise me at all. They are so, yeah, they're seriously intelligent, which is good. Put me to shame. I've got to read everything if I want to learn. I should have learnt more at school, but my bad. I've learnt more since I left school, I'll be honest. But even schools like have a chosen narrative, don't they? Like, oh, we're telling this and we're telling that, and then when you leave school, you find out, oh, but that ain't even true. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But I need to find some news, what's going on today for tonight's live stream. Got a couple of articles with regards to Labour and that. So, and Keir Starmer, actual waste of space he is. You have to let me know tonight whether Keir Starmer should go or the whole Labour Party. Whole Labour Party. But that's at 7 o'clock tonight, my friends. So make sure you like, subscribe, notification bell. So I'm telling you it's at 7 because obviously you'll probably get notified at 9 p.m. by YouTube in its way of making sure it ruins my views. My views go really good 1 minute and they're absolutely pants the next. But what can we do? Google Labour 25, lots of articles there. Hello, and you tell me if Labour should go. I think everyone's going to go, yep, Labour needs to go. Get rid of Labour. Labour 20, let me write that down. I'll write that down before, remember. I'll investigate that. But yes, I'll say everything I need to say about Charlie Kirk and everybody else. I still can't believe he got actually literally assassinated just for talking, communicating, debating. How dare you have a different opinion? All comes down to that transgender ideology. Absolute retarded people. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I don't know what else we can really say today. Well, for now, I need to have a look at something as well. Is it? Blimey heck. I'm writing that down. I will investigate. I've got a lot to investigate today before 7 o'clock. What have I got? That's the best part of 6 hours, so I better get on with it. Better go and do my research so I know what I'm talking about. Remember, you can come up on screen tonight if you wish. Happy days. So yes, right, that's me done for today. I will be back tonight at 7 p.m. It's been great. Thanks for popping in, Green Troll. Appreciate you as always, especially in the chat. Happy days. I'll be back at 7. We can talk. Hopefully we get a lot more people online. People get home from work and they'll be ready to talk and discuss stuff. That'd be good. So until 7 p.m, ladies and gentlemen, for now, that is the Wizard's words.